your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Here we go. Good morning and happy, is it Wednesday? CJ Nasello, it's our daily show on RiverBender.com. Roku TV, anywhere, everywhere you get this show. Thanks for tuning in. I gotta tell you, I feel a little weird today. This is the day 2 of the no vaping. After 7 years, I've given up nicotine. I am dying, but we're going to get through this together. We got some great guests. We're going to be talking to Centerstone here in just about 16 minutes or so. Erin Camfield joins us, the Director of Advancement, and we're going to talk just about that Recover With Us campaign as a whole and all the good work that it's done for Centerstone. Then at 10:10, we're going to be talking to Tom Bechtold, and we're going to be learning a little bit more about the Olden Days that comes down the pipeline in just a few short weeks. That takes place just down the road, and we'll get all the latest from exhibits that are going to be on hand and just all the fun that we're going to have too. And then more great conversations roll down the pipeline at 10:30 today. So in the next 2 hours, text the show, comment in, and let me know what you want to talk about. At 10:35, we're talking to St. Paul Episcopal, and we're going to get the latest from their new the new priest that is at St. Paul's, and then we're going to learn more about the just wonderful church as a whole. But at 9:05, here's what's happening around the River Bend. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update where you can join myself and 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day with Around the River Bend on RiverBender.com. Michael Haynes, the Alton Park and Recreation Director, has officially resigned from his position. RiverBender.com first report that Haynes confirmed his decision on Tuesday afternoon, July 30th, stating that he has accepted a new role as Director of Operations and Special Projects at Tower Grove Park in the city of St. Louis. His resignation will be formalized at the upcoming City Council meeting on August the 14th. Haynes emphasized that his departure is a career move and not related to the recent sinkhole situation at Gordon F. Moore Community Park. Haynes has been a pivotal figure at Alton's Park and Recreation Initiative over the past decade. He will be missed by all of the residents of the city. Also in the news this morning, a man from Athens, Illinois, Daniel G. Adams Jr., 43, is now facing multiple charges following an incident of public indecency and assault on an EMS worker on July the 15th in Glen Carbon. Adams was charged with aggravated assault of an EMS worker, public indecency, obstructing a peace officer, and being a pedestrian under the influence. Responding to a report of a male lying near the roadway, officers used a drone to locate Adams, who then engaged in public indecency. Despite initial concerns about his mental health, Adams was granted pretrial release with conditions. His jury trial scheduled to begin on August the 19th. Also here in the River Bend, the Pump House Bar and Grill in Wood River is set to host a watch party on Friday, August the 2nd, to celebrate local Olympian Jaden Ulrich. The event kicks off at 11 a.m., where community members can gather to watch Ulrich, an East Alton Wood River High School graduate, compete in the discus event for Team USA at the Paris Olympics. Manager Lauren Lowe Montgomery expressed the bar's commitment to community support and their excitement for Ulrich's event. The Pump House will offer its full menu and drinks and will sell t-shirts to fund Ulrich's trip to Paris. For more details, you can visit their Facebook page. In preparation for their annual Duck Pluckers Ball, Alton Memorial Health Services Foundation is hosting an online raffle that opens Monday, August the 5th. The event website for purchasing raffle tickets is virtualauction.bid/Duck Pluckers. That's virtualauction.bid/Duck Pluckers. The featured item is a 2024 CF Moto Camo 6Z C600 four-wheeler from Midwest Motorsports in Hartford, with only 500 tickets available at $50 a piece. Other raffle items include a booze boat, a freezer of beef, and a bourbon collection, with tickets priced at just $20 per. Winners will be drawn at the Duck Pluckers Ball on September the 14th at Nilo Farms in Brighton. Proceeds will help purchase a new ambulance for Alton Memorial Hospital. Also, in the news today, South Roxana is gearing up for a much-anticipated back-to-school event on August the 10th in partnership with the American Legion. From 1 to 5 p.m. at 417 Sinclair Avenue, the event will provide book bags and school supplies to children from South Roxana and Hartford, easing the financial burden on families. Mayor T.J. Callahan expressed enthusiasm, emphasizing the community support for children's education and their children's future. American Legion Commander Mike Barton praised the collaborative effort. The event will also offer food and refreshments, creating that festive back-to-school atmosphere. Community volunteers will assist, ensuring smooth operations and fostering that unity. Also, in the news today, residents of Ward 1 are invited to join Alderwoman Betsy Allen for a town hall style meeting tonight, Wednesday, July 31st at 6:30 p.m. at Alton City Hall. These monthly gatherings, although typically held on the third Wednesday, offer a platform for community members to discuss activities and concerns related to the City of Alton and Ward 1. Allen encourages everyone to attend and emphasizes that meetings are casual and they're unscripted, allowing for open dialogue. For those unable to attend, Allen is available for questions or concerns via phone at 618-567-1451 or email at eallen@cityofaltonil.gov. Let's take a look at your weather forecast for today. It's 9:10 and it feels like it's, well, hot. It's humid out there. 82 degrees in the 618. It feels like 95 already. Man, oh man. Today, clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm in spots early on, then another late in the day. Potentially. It will be very hot otherwise. Caution advised if outside for an extended period of time. Tonight, mainly clear, very warm, and very humid with a stray thunderstorm. And we'll keep you updated throughout the day. Temperatures reach 98 degrees today. This will be the hottest day of the week. It drops down to 79 overnight as we head into Thursday. On Thursday, a high of 96 degrees, a low of 71 with a 96% chance of thunderstorms. On Friday, a high of 88, a low of 69 degrees. And on Saturday, a high of 90, a low of 68. And on Sunday, a high of 92, a low of 68 degrees. That's a look at your next 5 days of weather. For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. Before we take a quick break, let me fill you in on Village Dispensary. They're the place to go whenever you need anything green. You know, you can start off every day of the work week and even the weekend at Village Dispensary feeling special. They got daily specials for everybody. We'll kind of just leave it there. It's 9:11. Let's take a quick pause And let's come back with more of our daily show right after this. Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Mark your calendars for August 9th as Scotty McCreery is live at the Alton Amphitheater, celebrating the release of Rise and Fall, out now.
And tickets are on sale now.
Hear your favorites like This Is It.
This is now. This is what I've been talking about. Looking out.
And the new hit, Cav in a Solo.
Believe what I just saw.
Get your tickets now at metrotix.com. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Daily Show on a Wednesday. Man, oh man. We're getting there. It is so humid in this studio. Joining us right now, pitcher in pitcher, as we continue our conversations with Centerstone. And we've just had such a great time the last 6 months having these very important conversations about substance use disorder treatment and the ways that Centerstone has been that national leader in really helping people tackle some of the hardest fought battles of their life. And Erin Camfield, the Director of Advancement, joins us now. How are we doing, Erin, this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Hanging in there. You know, I shared this with the audience. I haven't shared it with you, but I'm on day 2 after 7 years of nicotine and vaping. I have quit, and it is it's a little bit tougher than I thought it was going to be, but we're getting there.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So that's a huge step, and I am very proud of you for making that step and that decision.
Well, thank you very much. And you know, Erin, after the last 6 months or 7 months now that we've been talking and utilizing all the great benefits from the Recover With This campaign, it's great to have you back on again. And then overall, you know, just how has the campaign and how has this Recover With Us program been for Centerstone and all of the other programs that are a part of the umbrella?
So I believe that it's been doing really well. I mean, I'm not directly part of the campaign, but, you know, I get to see all of the advertisements, you know, the Recover With Us. I hear it on the radio stations, and every single time that I hear mention of it, it makes me smile because I love the organization that I work for, and I love the work that they do. I see the impact that they make in people's lives. Out at events, we have people that come up and thank us for the work that we do and letting us know that, you know, they are in recovery because of Centerstone. And it's just wonderful to see people happy, healthy, and their lives forever changed for the better because they had the courage and the strength to ask for help. And they had resources like Centerstone to give them what they need for recovery.
Absolutely. And then on top of that too, Erin, the last time we spoke, was that a couple of months ago about the life story?
Well, I haven't spoken to you about it since last year.
Was it a year ago? Oh no.
Yeah. What can I say? I'm very memorable. So
you are.
You know,
I really thought I just talked to you.
I went to pick up a donation for the event just yesterday, and they were like, "Oh, we know exactly who you are and why you're here. We remember your face."
Maybe it's just the withdrawing from nicotine that's making me slap happy. But I swore I had just talked to you about this wonderful event, and you know, coming right back into it, Erin, I'm sure that we're coming down to that point again where we get to really have this very powerful opportunity. And last year when we talked, just to hear some of those stories were just more than powerful. And how are you guys preparing this time around?
So this time, you know, we're doing a lot of the same work, but we're getting out there in the community a lot more, just to kind of share the word about the event. So for those in your audience that aren't familiar with Life Story is a run and walk for suicide prevention. It's actually happening in Marion, Illinois on September 7th. However, we do offer a virtual option. So if you have been impacted by suicide, have a loved one that has been impacted by suicide, we encourage anyone, no matter where they're located, to join this movement and help make a difference and let people know that suicide is preventable, that there's more to their life, there's more to their story. Get your friends, your family, your colleagues together, create a team, and walk where it's convenient for you. This year, one of the things that we are doing differently, which I am very proud of, is we have added on our registration form if you are walking in honor or in memory of someone, and if you're comfortable with sharing that person's name, we'll be recognizing all of those individuals.
Wow.
Some people are a little skeptical when I say that because they're not sure how we're going to be honoring those individuals. But at our start and finish line, we will have a poster board that will state, something along the lines of, not only did I participate in Centerstone's Life Story 5K for myself, but I also participated in honor or in memory of, and have all of those individuals' names listed. And another thing that we are doing is this year we are offering in honor and in memory of bibs. You can select whichever one works best for you, or if you need more than one, if you're walking for more than one person, and those will be blank so that you can write in the names of those individuals if you like, and attach those to your shirts as well.
Well, and on top of this too, Erin, is the fact that last year when we were talking, it kind of stuck with me that, it's a very diverse group of people that are there, remembering and paying honor to their loved one that, obviously had that terrible situation. And whenever you're up there, whenever you're talking to maybe somebody that's just now going for the first time, or maybe this is their first experience at an event of this type of any kind, what's their reaction whenever they realize that maybe they aren't as alone as they think they are?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that question, because we actually did a survey to our participants last year after the event. And the feedback that we got was just amazing. People shared that this is a much needed event, that this is something that, a lot of communities are not doing. They're not getting out there and recognizing, the prevention of suicide and the awareness of suicide prevention. They talked about how impactful the event was, how meaningful it was to them. They shared that our Life Story 5K, I'm not sure how many 5Ks you've done, but a typical 5K, you show up and they, say runners and walkers start, and you take off racing, and then you come back and they divvy out the awards. We actually bring in a guest speaker. Last year's guest speaker was a mother who lost her son to suicide after returning home from the war. So we actually bring in a guest speaker who shares their story and just kind of resonates with the audience. We had several people that were out there that don't typically do 5Ks, just to honor or remember a loved one that they knew that was impacted by suicide. And just the opportunity to connect with other people that are there, that are going through the same situation. While so many of us have been impacted, know someone who has been impacted by suicide, those that have children or significant others, or they themselves have had suicidal thoughts or intentions, to be able to talk with someone else who completely understands what they are going through is phenomenal.
Well, and I was just on RiverBender.com, which is the hub for all of this wonderful information regarding this Life Story 5K run and walk for suicide prevention, and just seeing some of the different quotes, some of the different feedback that you guys received. And this is where I find it powerful. I walked with a friend whose daughter had contemplated suicide. She made it through and is still writing her story. So glad I could attend. It was helpful to hear from the speaker about her experience. Many runs have a cause, but you don't always get to hear the reason why. And what I think's powerful about that is that even if maybe just I'll play the role of the friend's daughter. Maybe that daughter was there and after all the years and maybe 5 years later through that battle, you're going back to some races and events like this and realizing, wow, we really did overcome something monumental. Look at all these families that are here. Look what we worked through together. But also on the flip side of that, so many families can come together and really have that safe and secure place to really celebrate their loved one's life as well.
Exactly. So, suicide is unfortunately one of the leading causes of death for our youth. this year, we really want to make sure that youth realize there's help out there. There are other ways that they can overcome their fears, their anxieties, whatever thoughts that are going through their head without harming themselves, to understand that their life matters, their story matters. So in order to do that, we've eliminated the costs this year for all youth 18 and under. Youth 18 and under, whether you're participating in person or you're participating virtually, you get to participate for free. Use the promo code STUDENT and it will eliminate the cost. You'll still get the shirt, you'll still get the medal.
That's what I was gonna.
Want people to know. And if anybody out there is willing to sponsor to help let students come for free, please get in touch with me, Erin.Camfield at Centerstone.org. We're looking for more sponsors so that we can not only let all of these youth attend for free, but also to provide direct support for people who are seeking mental health treatment.
Well, and Erin, I'm so glad that you are going down that line here, because that's exactly where I wanted to go next with it, is that you guys are really making this for everybody as affordable as possible. You know, I also saw that veterans and active military get a $5 discount. Are there any other discounts that maybe we can relay to our audience that you know of that we can throw out there today?
Yes, college students as well. If you're in college, I get it. I went to college at one point in my life too. I know how limited funds are. So if you are a college student, use the promo code college and you'll receive a $15 discount. We are keeping it, regular registration cost is $35, which is typically your average cost. We are not implementing a cost increase as it gets closer to the date. We want to keep this affordable for everyone because, again, while of course it is a fundraising event so that we can raise money for Centerstone and we can raise money for mental health and substance use treatment here in Illinois. And this is for just because the event's in Marion, the funds don't stay in Marion, they stay in Illinois. So it's reaching the clients that are being served in the Alton area. It's reaching the clients that are being served in all of our service areas in Illinois. But yes, anyone that can sign up, and students free, college students $15 discount, military and first responders $5 discount, and create a team. If you create a team by August 5th, you can have your team name printed on your shirt if you have 15 or more people on your team. So go out there and put, the name of whoever you're participating in Life Story for on your shirt. Get 15 of your closest family and friends to join you, and again, support a good cause, and really just get out there and be a part of this event, and be an advocate for suicide prevention.
Well, and on top of that too, maybe if folks can't run in that event, or maybe they want to do it in a different fashion, I also see that volunteer options are available to really help Centerstone and the team out. Could you fill us in on some of the opportunities that are there?
Yes, absolutely. We are still looking for volunteers. Obviously, we have the registration we have set up. We have a welcome center where people can go and get questions answered, such as where's the restroom? Where do I get water from? We have people, we need people to help assist with the water stop for our runners and walkers, and passing out medals whenever they cross that finish line. And then, of course, just standing along the course and cheering them on and letting them know that they're not out there alone, that there is a big support system out there for them.
And Erin, who's speaking this year?
So this year's speaker is Anna and Aaron Goletz. They are actually both employees of Centerstone. Anna works with our military services department, and they are a military family. So they will be speaking about their own story with how suicides impacted their lives, and what it's like being a military family.
And that's going to be a very powerful presentation. I could only imagine, and honestly, one that so many around here, especially in Southern Illinois, even throughout Illinois, can really grab onto. With so many being military families, and hearing that side of things as well is very, very insightful. And as we're talking about this as a whole, Erin, I want to go back to your sponsorship opportunities because we're still early enough in the financial year where I always like to make sure if, business owners or corporations out there that tune in, they always get their budgets lined up and they always have their items lined out for the year. But this is a great cause. And what are some of those fun sponsorship options for us one more time? They are tax deductible, correct?
Yes, all sponsorship opportunities are tax deductible. And one of the good things about Life Story is while we have a certain benefits that come along with certain levels of sponsorship, you can contribute to Life Story really at any amount that fits within your budget. And you're going to get recognized, because really we want the people who are out here walking and running to know what organizations support this suicide prevention and awareness. I'm a very philanthropic person, so I tend to like to pay attention to which businesses in my community provide philanthropic support. And those are the organizations that I tend to lean towards, whether it's calling someone to, check out my plumbing issues or service my AC or whatever, those are the ones that I go to first. I go to the ones that I know are in support of the community that we live in. So, know that your sponsorships do make an impact in the client, the customers that you attract. But we have levels, like I said, that start out with whatever level you're comfortable with, what fits in your budget. The $500 sponsorship level is really what we're kind of advertising to get youth there for free. A $500 sponsorship pretty much allows 15 youth to attend for free at no cost. It covers the cost for 15 youth. And then 1,000 and up is you get to also get free participation in Life Story. So if you do a sponsorship level of 1,000 or more, we're going to send you a promo code so that you can allow some people to participate in the event for free. And then, of course, you'll get all kinds of promotion for your sponsorship.
Well, and it's one of those things where regardless of getting that propped up position where, folks know, this is a wonderful company that's supporting this great cause. The fact that, a business owner could say, you know what, for $500, I can make sure that 15, young people have the opportunity to really learn about some of the complexities that come with suicide prevention, and think about what that could do to it. Always takes a village, right, Erin? And if that starts it, who knows where that leads to.
It does take a village. And it doesn't have to be a business either. If a person wants to provide a sponsorship, they can. I myself provided a $500 sponsorship so that 15 youth could attend for free. So,
That's
I
cool.
welcome others. I encourage others to make that $500 donation, and just let your community know that this is something that is important to you and you are in support of it, and mental health as a whole.
Well, and Erin, throughout the year, I'm sure that you guys tackle a lot, and there's so many things that I'm sure come in and out of Centerstone. But take me through what makes this event so special for you. And it seems like this is something that you really have marked on your calendar the second the last one's done,
It is. It's a full year's worth of planning for this event. We already, as soon as this one is over, I will be talking with the complex to make sure that it's open for us again next year, which they already have us penciled in. They've already told us that this event can happen there every single year.
Wonderful.
It's this event has been happening in Florida for over 20 years, and we are the first state outside of Florida that offer a Centerstone, where Centerstone provides services, that has elected to take on this event, and it's growing. Tennessee's next. We are going to have this event in all of our locations, hopefully at some point. And it's just, this is what we are about. This event represents Centerstone as a whole. And there's no better event that, like I said, it just is so much more than just a 5K. I go to 5Ks all the time, and I'm always one of the last ones to finish cross the finish line. So I know that I'm not getting an award, and there's no reason for me to stay behind. So I just get in my car and I leave after I do the 5K. This one, there is a reason to stay behind. We're sharing a connection with the audience members, and it's just, the whole event is so impactful. And if you can make the trip to Marion on September 7th to experience this event in person, you will see how truly magical this event is. It's hard to put in words how wonderful this event is attending in person.
Well, and Erin, I think too, it's such a great thing to highlight, going back to what you said about how it encompasses who Centerstone truly is. And we've talked, and I talk every day about the services you all provide for the Recover With Us campaign, but it goes more than that. Centerstone isn't a template organization. It's not an organization that goes, well, here's the sheet of paper we've kind of run by for 30 years, and here's what we're going to do for the next 30. I think that what's so powerful about even having these interviews and segments the way that we've had them, and then all these events, is that you guys really dive deep and you find all of the different nuances that could lead to that certain umbrella, right? That certain category, whether it's suicide prevention, substance use disorder treatment prevention options. And I think that's why the community responds so well. And I'm curious to know your thoughts and how much work really goes into dissecting each of those categories.
Oh, I don't know if you're familiar with the Research Institute that we have, but we actually, we are so much more than just your mental health treatment center. From the Research Institute, we have a whole institute that does research on the best practices, the recommended practices. They provide training to employees on new ways to provide treatment. They're doing simulation training right now, which I have not taken the simulation training, but I have seen it, and it is amazing. The feedback that we get for that simulation training from our counselors and providers is phenomenal. We're always changing. We're looking for the newest advancements within mental health. And one of the things that I am just the proudest of with Centerstone is we were integral, one of the integral organizations to help develop 988, the crisis hotline number. And we are now a 988 call center for the state of Illinois.
From the 618, can't thank Centerstone enough for all of the work that they've done to help me on my journey. There you go. Little text line coming in for you. Well, and that's what I think's cool too, is that, there's so many times, Erin, that we sit there and we don't really look into our own neighborhoods. We just look into our own lives, and we don't see that there's so much more that makes up our communities. And it's great to have an organization that kind of encompasses every aspect of that community. And getting back to Life Story, which is a wonderful opportunity, a 5K run and walk for suicide prevention on the 7th of September in Marion. Have you had a conversation with maybe a parent, a loved one of an individual that made that decision, unfortunately, and what that day means for them? Because I can only imagine the different feelings and the different emotions that come into play whenever you lose somebody and then you're at an event such as this.
Yes. Actually, our speaker last year, who lost her son to PTSD, she was not only a speaker, but she was my son's former teacher when he was in elementary school, and someone that I consider a close friend. I remember the day that it happened, and I see all of her posts on social media when it's the anniversary of his death, or it's his birthday, or it's a holiday, or it's just a regular day and she sees a dragonfly and she's thinking of her son. Um, and so I know how emotional this journey is for her, how sad this journey is for her. And I know that on the day of the event, it was the first time that she spoke publicly about her son's death. And she was honored. She said, "I'm so honored to do this." She said, I thank you for asking me to do this. And she said, "Well, it's a story I don't, I never would have wanted to share, um, to be able to reach other people and connect with other people and share his story means so much to her." So very thankful, very grateful for the event. It's sad. I've lost two people that were close to me at some point in my life to suicide. um you know and I know, like, the girl that I'm walking in memory of, she has a young son who will celebrate every single birthday without his mom, because of suicide. So this event is really about getting out there and making sure that there's no more kiddos out there that are celebrating their birthdays without their parents, or parents celebrating holidays without their kids. So, and also, I wanted to share too that we do have on our committee a mom of a youth who had suicidal thoughts, and he is here with us today. And he has been a big, huge advocate. He is very proud of this event, and he's excited about this event. And he shares this event. He says there needs to be more things like this out there. Kids need to know that there is help.
Yeah.
So, these are coming from survivors, that this is a much needed event.
Well, and Erin, the last time I spoke with you, and I still, going back to the start of this interview, swore it was in March. I I really did. I swear I touched on. I remember last year talking with you about this, and the fact that I thought it was so cool that a national organization such as Centerstone, that's had this event in other spots, is now starting to see this translate into different states and bringing this closer. The amount of people you're going to bring together, and the amount of empowerment that you're going to provide, because I'm sure, and nobody, anyone that's never gone through it doesn't know. The only people that know what this feels like are the ones that unfortunately have gone through those situations. And, from your perspective on that day with, you losing a couple of people very close to you, what type of empowerment does that provide? What's that feel like to know that, we are here in a very tragic situation, but we're also here to help prevent additional situations to occur? Am I on the right page here with that? Because I can't even begin to describe what that feels like.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this event is not just about remembering those who may have had suicidal thoughts or have attempted suicide, but you're exactly right. It's about empowering individuals, families. It's about letting them know, like, what kind of help is out there. That there's no shame in the thoughts and feelings that you're having.
Yeah.
You know, we all have struggles in our lives, and when you have struggles, it's important that you have a support system. And if you don't have a mental health support system and you're struggling with your mental health needs, there is help. Centerstone is here to help. We're offering like a health and wellness expo portion to it though too. So any health and wellness organization in Southern Illinois community that wants to come out and provide details about services that they provide, they're welcome to set up for free. Because again, we want people to know what Centerstone does and that Centerstone is a resource for them. But more importantly, we want them to know about all the resources that are available to them if they are struggling with any mental health issues.
Well, and Erin, what's that email again? One last time so we can connect.
It's Erin, ERIN, Camfield, CAMFIELD, at centerstone.org.
I always love chatting with you, Erin, and you know, I really hope that we get the opportunity to continue to have conversations with Centerstone after this campaign's over with. We hope to do a couple of more because so many people have just connected with these, and if we've helped one person, then it's a invaluable, really priceless campaign. And Erin, thank you so much for your time. I hope that the Life Story Run and Walk for Suicide Prevention on the 7th of September goes well, and we'll talk again soon.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. At 9:47, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with more of our daily show right here in studio in downtown Alton.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center.
Hey, Sherry.
Talk to me, Dream Team.
We've got Joey.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. So I feel like an absolute buffoon. I just feel like an idiot all morning. Cammy, I swear, whenever I saw, number one, good to meet both of you today. I've never said hello before. Nice. Can I have your names, guys? I forgot to ask.
I'm Tom. That's Jamie Pullen.
Nice to meet you both. And I'm sorry that I looked so awkward today and didn't know what was going on. I blame the nicotine withdrawal.
I look that way.
Help, right?
I look that way all the time. It's genetics.
Well, for the folks at home, I was getting ready to start the Centerstone interview, and that's why I took the break, and I went, what mixer am I talking about today? Did not know until I saw Cammy and went,
good.
Makes sense. But you guys have really created a firestorm with this.
Hopefully.
There's a lot of people talking about the all-ladies mixer.
Isn't that insane?
It is. It really is, but it's wonderful to see that you guys really kind of created the snow globe effect for it.
Well, actually, Dave Wickenhauser had a reunion for his class, which brought all the classes together. And I read the article in the paper, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we need to do that for the 80s. And then Tom and I were talking, and he's like, we should do it now. It's time.
Yep.
We all have our own reunions, and we're not trying to replace any of those reunions at all, because our class, we always have our every 5 years.
And this isn't a reunion.
Yeah.
It's just an Alton community event. That's what we're calling it.
That's so cool.
Yeah. The idea, and Cammy is like, the Energizer Bunny.
She don't stop.
No, you mention something, and then like an hour later, you have checklists and triplicate forms for everything to do. And it's a thing of beauty. If you've never worked on anything with Cammy, just throw an idea her way and then just get out of the way.
Let's start now. It's pretty accurate. Yep.
But really the idea was, we don't get to hang out together, even though we had, friends at different high schools.
Right.
And, and it's like, so why, and like Jamie was 86,
We're
Cammy
both
was
same class.
86, I was 84. And it's like, you know what, we knew each other. We were friends back in high school.
Right.
We don't get to go to each other's reunions, but so let's have a party that everybody who went to high school in Alton in the 80s can participate in.
I completely agree.
It was kind of a no-brainer that, why don't we do this now?
Well, you're right, because now that I think about it, it was very rare that only one class hung out at the same time.
Right.
It doesn't think it ever happened. Well, how quick did all the folks come out of the woodwork for this saying we're in? Was it really?
He posted Alton 80s Alton, all 80s Alton Mixer on Facebook, and we already have 1,500 followers.
Are you serious?
So we think it'll be a big turnout. Because it's not just Alton High.
No.
It's everybody. If you went to Marquette, if you went to Beltline Christian, if you went to Mississippi Valley, so it's everybody.
Well, and that's what I think's cool about this too, because last year, whenever I saw the block party, I forget what was the name of that darn. Anyway,
I think it was just block party.
Yeah, it was so cool to see how so many people, even if they went to, maybe one went to Wood River, but they were still friends with everybody in Alton, so it was kind of a nice opportunity to have a different open house or a different type of block party, and this just adds to it.
Well, and just to be brutally honest, we are not going to check the tattlers.
We aren't. I'm going to. I'll beat it.
We're not carding. We're not checking.
We don't have to match you up one for one for a yearbook. We don't have to see your ID to make sure you were at. Oh wait, you were 91.
I'm gonna go with Craig Lombardi.
Yeah.
I just talked to
Man, that's what. Aim a little higher. Sorry, Craig.
But you're right. See, that's good to know. And what I think's cool too, because everyone feels awkward with the reunions too. Sometimes, and especially if it's every 5 years, you haven't seen each other. But now this is just cool to let the hair down and go have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Max planning food and beverages for us out in the street.
They're building a stage. We have a lot of
we're bringing the stage in. We're bringing one of the best sound and light guys around in. We've got 5 bands lined up for the day. It's going to be an extravaganza.
And we have DJs spliced
and DJs in between the.
So he has the list. Would you like to hear?
We're going to talk to you on the list in a second, but I want to tease him to make him stay here for a second. Hey, so what was the hardest part of putting this event together?
It was very easy. Everybody loved it. Max, great. Robbie helped us
he's
get
wonderful.
it going.
Literally responding to requests.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the hard part has been. Just hold on. We're trying to put these things in place so that it makes sense.
And
that's
now
about
people
it.
want T-shirts, so we're trying to get that. Jennifer Chamberlain's working on our design for a T-shirt. So everything's coming. We're about a month away-ish, so it's coming together.
Now, are you guys going to plan on doing more of these type of events? Because I can only imagine. I mean, it'd be a no-brainer for someone to do a I Love the 90s or 70s or 60s, and I know they do some of those already.
The 60s and 70s
are done.
exist.
Yeah. The 90s aren't
90s,
there,
that's on those guys.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you can talk Cammy into coming aboard. Because if you do that,
what were those pants? What were the 90s pants? With all the pockets. You could.
The cargo?
Yeah, they had like cargo. 800 pockets in those damn things. That's the shirt.
Did you have those? Did you have them?
No.
We were more painter pants. Yeah. And parachute pants for those of us who.
We were just talking. We had bright colors. We had roll-up pants. We had parachute pants. The Michael Jackson, Madonna. That was our era. Everything was bright, colorful.
Well, I got to ask you, what type of hairspray were you using?
I tried to make my hair big, but it was the Aquanet. Remember Aquanet? That's what the girls used. It was like big bangs, the whole thing.
I've used that a few times. I'm an Aussie guy. I'm a purple Aussie.
Amen, brother. Yeah. I'm an Aussie scrunch guy.
Scrunch. Yes, that was
and it has to go to the liquid concrete.
Yes.
Which is
liquid concrete.
the can version.
That's good.
Yes, it's good.
We actually, unfortunately, I believe the undecided are somewhat responsible for a good portion of the ozone layer hole because of the hairspray. But hopefully it's growing back.
So why don't we? That's incredible. That's awesome. Why don't we do this? It's 9:56. Let's take our top of the hour news break because I want you to stay around. I got to pay a few bills. And we got to thank some sponsors. But when we come back, we're going to talk about bands playing, DJs playing, and all the actually important stuff that I've been pushing off. So you stay there. We'll stay here on RiverBender.com, Roku TV.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back. 9:59. Oh, man. I lost. I failed. It's 9:59. We were supposed to come back at 10. Time to fire me. The FCC is going to hit me with a $10,000 one today.
Well, it's time for an awkward pause.
You stay there. We'll stay here. No. So, getting back into this, I have so many people that have thrown their cell phones or have called me an MFer because I will not talk about the music until after the break. We're here now. Let's talk about what bands and DJs are on hand as we're spraying our hair in the alley and having some Coors Lights.
Some black market hairspray. So we really looked, and I tried to take a couple of ideas for the thing. One, every one of the bands has someone from Alton 80s involved.
Oh, cool.
So Climate, the first band up at 4 o'clock is the Palin Brothers. They, there's a couple different years, I think, there, but they were Alton. Porch Cafe is Brent McCarty and his folks, and they are Marquette, 84.
They're a great band, by the way.
They are awesome. And then Rock Bottom's going to come on, and that's Derek Howard, and I think he's 87.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He's late 80s.
Okay. I've seen Rock Bottom a few times.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
The band.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Not the metaphysical location. Yeah.
Rock Bottom plays from 7 to 8.
7 to 8, and then 8:30, The Undecided's going to come on with an interesting version of The Undecided that y'all haven't seen yet.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm just going to leave it at that. We'll just let it go.
Just a stay tuned, a little teaser
stay
for
tuned.
us. Little teaser
It's
for
going to be
us.
fun, but it's an interesting retool that we have been working on. It's going to be fun.
That's awesome,
and
man.
then Jay Davison and his band Destroy the Future are going to wrap up the evening at the end.
What part of the 80s were Destroy the Future from?
They're a little more hardcore, a little more angry. That version. So and of course, so if you're a faithful and ready to rock out at 10:30 at night, they're gonna bring it.
I love it.
And then we have DJs in between all the acts, spinning some real iconic 80s music. and that way we can, keep the flow going. The bands have time to adequately set up things like that in between. So.
We're really excited about Brian Belchick.
Brian
He used
Belchick's
to do
coming aboard.
all the stuff at Wix for us when we grew up.
Yep.
So he's pumped. And then Sarah Lowe.
Sarah Lowe, who works at Riverbend Records, great record store, by the way. And then she's going to do some 80s, iconic 80s music. She's already sent me a list of like 12 hours, and I'm like, the party's not that long.
It could be if we're spending enough.
You know what? If y'all stay, we'll just stay.
Well, and what I think's cool is the Max is a great partner for all these type of events, whether it's for reunions or mixers or you name it. But for all of you that are wondering about beer and all that fun stuff, bring your wallets and your hearts, open them up, and you can pay for them at Max. They're going to provide food and drinks all evening long.
All evening on the street and inside. So.
Oh, nice! There we go.
Yeah. So you can get the full menu in the building, and then things like burgers, brats, portable food will be outside.
Well, you're saying, CJ, how much does it cost? Nothing for you to walk down the street and enter the event. That's another cool thing too.
Nothing to walk down the street, travel back in time 40 years.
Yes.
I like it. And live in the 80s for a couple of hours. I love this. This is really fun. Now, when's the link going to be available for the T-shirts?
So Jennifer Chadwick's designing our T-shirts. She's a 87 class, and she should have it done for us to preview this week. So I'm thinking early next week we'll have the link. It's going to be on Facebook, so you can just go there. Our Facebook page is All 80s Alton Mixer. So if you haven't been on there, join now. We already have about 1,500 followers.
People, yeah.
So we think this is going to be an awesome turnout. It's going to be a great weekend, so we're excited.
Well, and what I think's cool is that it's just the way that you guys have done this, because you could have gone about it a couple of different ways. You could have sat there and you could have just made it, only a class reunion type of an event and kept it to one group or your group of friends. But why do that? Because then you limit everything. Now you turned it into really just a block party.
Right?
And I don't want to get all weird, but there's too much of that going on now.
Yeah.
So this is just us being cool to each other.
Yeah.
Hanging out and having fun. And that's what we need to be doing these days.
Well, and I got to ask everybody here, who was your favorite 80s? What was your favorite 80s band? Go to record, what were you spinning?
You want me to start?
Yeah, I know who you're going to
Any Prince and any Motley Crue.
I love it.
Prince and Motley Crue.
I love it.
Okay, I'm embarrassed to say this, but anything that was on Top 40 radio.
I love it. Casey Kasem, Top 40?
Yes, we were all diehards. Yeah. Well, remember, we were the MTV generation.
That's right. That was right when they killed radio.
Video did that.
Yeah, video killed it.
And, I hate to admit it, but, I did listen to some Top 40, but I'm really more of like a Sex Pistols guy.
Oh, I love
I'll be damned. That's cool. That's really cool. Have you heard Casey Kasem's rants? No. Oh, if you get a chance, go look up Casey Kasem's rants. They're wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And now this is a free...
Did he take his feet off the ground for that?
No, he just took his hair off for a couple of minutes. He said, "Now on Channel 5 Sports." Oh no, sorry, I'm definitely in trouble. Let's see. Free event, food and drink. I'm so much in trouble. Food and drink for sale by Max. It's provided by them, but it's not free. You still have to purchase. However, T-shirt links will be coming out in a week's time, maybe potentially.
Yep.
And then September the 7th from 4 to 11 p.m. You are being entertained by bands, DJs, and everyone that was a part of the 80s here in the 618. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And now, if you're not from the, I just probably wouldn't go. Leave it for the 80s crowd, right? You don't want a couple of millennials walking around and cramping the style here.
Some people might show up.
It's okay if we might sprinkle through.
We're not partying.
You know what? Okay, so here's a couple things. One, teachers. Administrators,
Oh, yeah.
definitely come down.
That would be
will
cool.
be awesome because we haven't seen some teachers in a long time. And actually, I talked to Dave Wickenhauser, and he said I'll be there. He goes, that was the majority of my clientele. So
that's cool.
It's going to be a blast. And so we're going to see some people that we haven't seen in a really long time, and not just the class members. If you're into 80s music and you're into hanging out, just come down. It'll be fun.
We have to do a live show there and talk to some of those 80s.
Oh, that would be
folks.
fun.
That'd be fun. That'd be really cool. We'll have to talk about a way to do that.
Okay.
That'd be fun. There you go. That'll be a little bit of a tease. What about the video that's been going off on Facebook?
Oh my gosh! So when we went to high school, every year we had a video made by Claudia Walters and her mom, I can't think of her mom's name. Do you remember? Well, it was her mom, and she did copycat video. So some of our friends in our class actually did the music for them. It was like Matt Hausman, David Deerwood, Andrew Mota. They did the music for Paul Steinberg. Yes, those were the four. And so that video was recorded, so it ended up on YouTube. So now people have been passing around and they're saying, what was your favorite movie? What was your favorite song in high school? And so it's just been, I feel like everybody's getting the word out because now that 86 class video has been pushed out on
I know, I've seen them like so many
it's
times.
on my page too, so I don't know if anybody needs to see the whole thing, but there's snippets going on like Instagram and Twitter, and we're like, my daughters are like, oh my gosh, Mom, I just saw you on Instagram. I'm like, oh, I'm famous for like 5 seconds. That's cool.
This is so fun. September the 7th, 4 to 11 p.m. right outside on Bell Street. In between Max and, of course, the beautiful Riverbender building. From Climate, Porch Cafe, Rock Bottom, The Undecided, Destroy the Future, Sarah Lowe, Spin Iconic 80s, Brian Belichick, and, of course, the crew at this table, and some more fun. You'll be having a blast all night long. This is really cool.
So if you have any questions, either reach out to Tom Pullen, his wife Jamie, or Cammie Geertz, and we can answer any questions you have. We can't wait to see everybody. We're excited about it.
Facebook page again?
All 80s Alton Mixer. It's right on your screen. Perfect.
Oh, look at that.
Good job.
Right.
It's hard. It's the nicotine withdrawal. Wow. It's making me loopy, and I'm telling you, it's something crazy.
It made the room crazy.
Hey, you know what else is a little bit crazy? I got to fill you in on one of my favorite partners. This is a true thing. I got to fill you in about Village Dispensary. You know, head on over where quality cannabis and friendly faces await. They've got everything from vapes and flowers to topicals, tinctures. You'll feel like you're in your own weedtopia. How about that one? Their inventory, bigger than Cheech and Chong's stash, and we're talking everything that you're talking green. Their friendly staff will have you in and out faster than you can say up in smoke. Locally owned, community-focused, union-built, Village Dispensary believes in quality and good times. Check out RiverBender.com today and find their fantastic selection. Once you go, don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way, because it's a joint effort. Village Dispo, that's RiverBender.com, and hang out with Village Dispensary on the first and last Friday of each month. Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts No. 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Mark your calendars for August 9th as Scotty McCreery is live at the Alton Amphitheater, celebrating the release of Rise and Fall, out now.
And tickets are on sale now.
Hear your favorites like This Is It.
This is now. This is what I've been talking about. Looking out.
And the new hit, Cab in a Solo. Get your tickets now at metrotix.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back. 10:14, a little bit of change on this 31st day of July. Coming up in just under a month, the 33rd annual Olden Days Festival, August 24th and the 25th, of course, under that windmill. And Tom, how are we doing today, sir? Good morning to you.
Good morning. We're doing great.
So this is the 33rd annual Olden Days Festival, and this is one of my favorite events. My cousin and grandpa have gone up a couple of times. I try to go up every year. You know, and it's something really special to see generation upon generation coming and being a part of this great event. What are your thoughts?
It is. It's a unique thing that's one of a kind in this area. Been around 33 years now. We would be 34, but we skipped 2020 for COVID. But it's a fun time for a family-oriented affair. It really is. Everybody can enjoy themselves. The kids enjoy themselves.
Well, how much work goes into this? Because this isn't just a yard sale, you know. This is a pretty big shaboozy.
Yes, it is.
How long do you work for throughout the year for it?
We start by March getting that brochure ready and getting it out, because the big thing is advertising, obviously, to let people know what our dates are and when the event's going to occur. But from March on, we're working on this project, including coming up. It's going to be a busy month now in the beginning of August with the work days and getting the grounds ready and setting everything up for the event. And we send out contracts by June to our vendors and send out letters to the people who own the antique tractors to let them know what the date is. So it's pretty much all summer long we're working on this one way or the other.
Well, and, you know, let's just go down the gauntlet here. Before we do that, how do you prepare the grounds? I've always wondered that for the tractor pull and all the different events you have. Is there a set kind of formula that you guys have now for getting those grounds ready?
There is. We actually have developed a work task list, and we know what we're going to do. We know what we're going to do every day.
Wow.
And we work right down that list. It goes all the way from setting up the fencing, the fence off the parking area, to putting up the advertising signs out along the roads, to getting the track ready, to mowing the grounds, doing the weed eating, setting up tents, picnic tables. So it's a big deal, but we get her done.
Man, that's cool. That I figured it had to be a well-oiled machine at this point.
It really is.
So right off the bat, let's go through everything that's coming down the gauntlet August 24th and 25th. And the floor is yours, Senator. Where should we start off and fill our audience in on?
All right. Well, we're going to be open up on Saturday morning, August the 24th. We'll be open by 7 a.m. Mm-hmm. We'll be doing breakfast. So come by for breakfast. There'll be pancakes, biscuits, and gravy, and egg casserole, coffee, juice, and milk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a place to start with your breakfast. By 10 a.m., we're doing an apple pie cooking contest. So people can bring their favorite apple pie in, and they'll be judged, and we give small prizes we give away. So that's kind of something new. We've only done that for a couple years now.
Okay, so newer activity.
Newer activity, yeah.
Cool. Has there been one yet that you've stole the recipe from?
No, not yet.
That means it's coming.
There's always one out there I'm still looking for. Well, I have to comment. My wife's probably the favorite. You know, I have to say.
Well, that's a good answer. That's a good answer, Tom. And then I also saw threshing and sawmilling Saturday.
Threshing and sawmilling on Saturday. Right, we have the thresh machine running.
Mm-hmm.
We grow our own wheat. We grow about a half acre or to 3/4 of an acre of wheat every year. We cut it with the old-time wheat binder, which puts it in bundles. And then at Olden Days, we set up the thresh machine, and you put the bundles through the thresh machine, and it threshes the wheat out of the bundle and kicks the straw out to the side. And we have a stationary baler, antique stationary baler sitting there, and we feed the straw into the baler and bale the straw.
That's really cool.
It
That's
is.
really cool. Now, was it hard? Was the wheat hard to grow this year? Did it grow pretty quick?
No, we did okay this year.
Really
Been a
cool.
pretty good crop, yeah.
Well, and that's one of my favorite opportunities is to go see all the antique farming equipment
Yep.
because, man, I think it actually works kind of better than some of the new stuff. I don't know. It's just my interpretation. It seems like that always works,
It amazes me how these people invented these things, 75 to 100 years ago. Without computers and without fancy gadgets to do measurements with and calibrations, yet they figured out how to get it done and built this equipment and made the gears and the pulleys and the wheels and all of that and put it together and made it operating machinery that still can function yet today.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I
Yeah,
mean,
it really is.
They were brilliant people to critically think and see how do we add this lever to something? It's just incredible. I mean,
really is.
seriously. And now I also saw one of my favorite parts of the event is always the tractor pull. Now the pedal tractor pull is first on Saturday, correct?
Yeah, we have pedal tractor pull. That's for at 1 p.m. That's for kids.
Okay.
So we divide the children up into a weight class and age class, and we have a track set up with a little sled, and they can pedal the tractor and see how far they can pull it.
Really cool. Was I thinking of the garden tractor pull?
Yeah, the
then?
garden
Yeah,
tractor
that's
pull.
what I was thinking of. Then I'm like, wait a minute, that's not what I watched last year.
Yeah, we are associated also with the Jersey County Garden Tractor Pullers Association.
Mm-hmm.
They use our track, but that's a whole club of its own that have members who do these garden tractor pulls. They soup up these garden tractors, and it's amazing what they can pull.
Oh man, it's cool as hell.
They got some screaming machines out there.
They do. I didn't realize that was its own club.
It is.
That's really
It is.
cool. Well, and now what I think's unique about this is that afterwards you get the parade of power right after that.
Exactly.
Fill
That's
me
when
in.
everybody gets to drive their favorite tractor that they brought to the show. So we line up the tractors and we give everybody a information card, and they fill it in and gives the name of the driver and what year the tractor is, what the make is, and as they drive through, they read it over the loudspeaker so everybody can appreciate what they've done, that hard work they've done to restore that tractor.
That's really cool. Well, and as we're getting back to, wanted to fill everybody in that the blacksmith shop is actually open all day for both days,
Yep,
correct?
It is. It is.
And what can we expect inside the blacksmith
They're
shop?
always making things in there, and they'll talk to you and explain to you what they're doing and how they're making an item, show you how it's done. Something else we've started this year, which is new for us, we're actually having blacksmith classes on the third Saturday of the month. Free of charge. People can come by the blacksmith shop and learn how to do blacksmithing.
And that's the third
Saturday of each month. Now, we're not having it in August because of Olden Days, but
Right.
we've had it about 3 times this summer already.
Has it been attended pretty well?
Yeah, about a half dozen people come by.
That's really cool.
That
We'll have to
wanna
link
learn how to
that.
do blacksmithing. It runs in the morning from about 8 to 12.
Who's the blacksmith on hand?
Lloyd Marshall is our main blacksmith person there, and his son. Lloyd Marshall and his son
Really
also
cool.
helps him out.
Well, and I think something that's really cool, and I've loved being a part of this, 9 a.m. on Sunday is country church. And how long, was this always implemented into the festivity run, or was this added later?
I think it was added when we bought the ground that we're currently on in 2000. Prior to that, this Olden Days event used to be at the Betsy Ann Park up in Brighton. But then the club found this piece of land there in Dow, 20 acres, and purchased it in 2000, and then started having country church on Sunday mornings.
Mm-hmm. This is really cool. And then again, at 10 a.m. threshing and sawmilling on Sunday at 10. At 11 a.m. that car show. And now what cars are included into this one?
Anybody that wants to bring their classic or antique car over is welcome to do so.
So no beat up Ford Pinto from the parking lot that you just wanted to be a part of, huh?
You can bring anything you want to bring.
I love it.
Same way with tractors. A lot of people think, well, my tractor's not been painted or restored. That's okay. We don't care if it's in its work clothes.
Yeah.
It's still if it's an antique. We consider antiques basically 30 years or more old, but bring it on by. Park it out there. This year is Alice Chalmers. Every year we have a special tractor. We feature a different tractor every year, and this year it's Alice Chalmers. And that happens to be my favorite. So I'm an Alice Chalmers person.
Well, what I think's really cool too is that was my grandpa's favorite part of the event every time. It still is just going and seeing all the old tractors and all the old farm equipment and the antiques, because it brought him back to whenever he was out working in the farmlands. It's wonderful
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you this, just because there's always so much that's going on, there also is opportunities on the other side of the flyer that kind of give people some more information if they want to call.
Yes.
And with that being said, for registering for the apple pie baking contest, you have to register by August 23rd, so day
before.
Really cool. And you do that by calling Shirley Hall at 618-498-4881.
Yes.
And is there any other things that we need to register for ahead of time?
Not really.
Oh.
Nope. You just come on in. As far as the antique tractors go, just bring them on in on Friday afternoon. Bring in your car on Sunday. And we have vendors that'll be out there selling their wares. So
now,
and we'll be serving food both days at our kitchen, and there'll be plenty of other food vendors on site also.
Well, and I also can't let you get away without talking about this, the handmade quilt drawing. That's really cool. You might win a handmade quilt, a pedal tractor, Sinclair Foods gift certificates, Maluka basket, handmade pottery item, and farm and home gift certificates are all for drawing, correct?
Yes.
And how much are tickets for that?
$1 a piece, 6 for $5.
I love it. And then the drawing's at 3 p.m. on Sunday, too.
You can buy the tickets there that Saturday, both Saturday and Sunday up till the drawing time. You can purchase a ticket there on site.
Now, how many generations of families are you on now for this event?
Woo, that's a good question.
I don't ask very many of them.
We currently have about 95 members that belong to it. That's families. And I've seen at least 3 generations turn through.
Wow.
In the time I've been here. I joined the club in 2000.
What's your favorite part about the Olden Days Festival?
Well, for me, it has to be the kids enjoying themselves. We have a special play area for the children. We have the corn box for them to play in. We have a little building that's has a kitchenette in it, and we have a little building that's a schoolhouse. It's got a blackboard and seats in it. They can play school. It always fascinates me to watch these little kids who'll come out there, and we set up a clothesline and a wash tub with some water and soap in it, and one of the old scrub boards. And you got to watch these little kids scrub shirts and things we have there, and then hang them up on the line. It's amazing to see them do that, boys and girls.
That's incredible.
Washing their clothes and hanging them up. You don't see that every day.
No, and you won't. That's for darn sure. Well, and folks, just for the kids, there's that barrel train ride that's really fun. Everyone loves that. The Agri-Land play area.
Yes.
The grain play box, the covered wagon ride, and then games and contests all throughout the couple of days.
Right. We have spin the wheel and win a prize, and yes.
And now, what's your favorite tool in the tool museum? I got to ask you that.
Oh, in the tool museum, let's see. Probably a fence stretcher that we have, an antique fence stretcher, because we had one on our farm. I grew up on a farm. My dad had one like it, and I used it a lot. So I'm always, again, one of those tools that you look at and you say, wow, how in the world did somebody think about making this thing? It's just incredible what they can do.
Well, and that's what I think makes this weekend so much so fun for the entire family, because it gives kids that opportunity to really go back and imagine.
Exactly.
And hell, we need that right now.
Right.
And, you know, for more information on this, is there a phone number that people can call or a website that they can go to stay up to date?
We have a website, TriCountyAntiqueClub.org.
And are you still accepting new members?
Oh, absolutely. Always accepting members. Yes.
Really cool.
We encourage anybody. You don't have to be a farmer. You don't have to be retired. You could be whatever and join us just for the fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun. We have a good time, and we have good people that belong to it.
I got to ask you this. Is there a moment in the tractor pull that will go down forever? Have you seen the tractor pull of a lifetime at the Olden Days Festival?
I can't think of one right now.
Because when I went, man, I'm telling you, I was there for just glued to the track. You couldn't have pulled me away. That's one of my favorite events, was that garden tractor pull.
Yep.
Man, that was cool stuff.
Those guys that do that are serious about it. They really are. They put a lot of money in those things, and they do a terrific job.
How many people are a part of the team that puts this on each and every year? That are on the? Is there a committee that you guys have, or is it just kind of all hands on deck?
It's kind of all hands on deck.
Really cool.
It really is. We probably have anywhere from 15 to 20 people who actively come out there and help us get it going. And then on the weekend, it takes a lot to keep things running too, especially the kitchen area. Mm-hmm. We get help from Jerseyville FFA and Southwestern FFA to park cars for us. And we have people who work the gate. They're members that are working the gate.
That's really cool. Well, man, and I just always wanted to put this out there, too, is that no alcohol is permitted on the club
no, we don't
grounds, just in case anybody coming in thought, well, I'll just pack a case with me to go. I'll leave it in the car, and you can grab it later,
No, we don't do it.
Yep, nope. And with that being said, in case you needed more information, it's located at 23946 State Highway 3. That's mailing address P.O. Box 95 in Dow, 2 miles west of Junction 109 and State Highway 3. It's a great it's great fun and a great place to be all weekend. Seriously,
yes,
I love the event.
It's a great outdoor family fun affair.
And then once again, how much are tickets to get inside?
Adults are $5. Children under 13 are free.
And if you want the best breakfast in the area, you go that weekend. I'm telling you, it is to die for.
Right. You get your pancakes and biscuits and gravy and all in one place.
Really cool. Well, Tom, it's been really a great time talking with you. It's already been 25 minutes.
Wow.
It flies by. But for more information, go over to the website. That is TriCountyAntiqueClub.org. That's TriCountyAntiqueClub.org. And we'll see you for the 33rd Annual Olden Days Festival, August 24th and the 25th.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a quick break. More of our daily show hits you next, right after this on RiverBender.com and Roku TV. Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW in Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Lennox.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Lennox products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Timber! With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Mark your calendars for August 9th as Scotty McCreery is live at the Alton Amphitheater, celebrating the release of Rise and Fall, out now.
And tickets are on sale now.
Hear your favorites like This Is It.
This is now, this is what I've been talking about. Looking out.
And the new hit, Cab in a Solo. Get your tickets now at metrotix.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
That I'd be missing you so come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in the brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side.
Welcome back, 1035. Tom just left the studio. We're talking Father Daniels and Senior Warden? Almonroeder. Oh, dang it. I did this to you last time, too, and I saw you just a couple of weeks. I feel like I just talked to you. Did I? At the North Alton Godfrey meeting?
No.
Oh.
No.
Man, it's been a long couple of days. This nicotine withdrawal is just kicking my butt and taking my name, but I did talk to Father Daniels. This is the first time. This is you're new into town about a year now?
So I've only been at the church since end of May, beginning of June. I've been officially living in East Alton since March. So
really cool. Well, how's your time in town? How's your time been?
Good, really good. I like being here. I've really enjoyed the community. I've really enjoyed just being here. It's funny. I didn't know really anything about Alton before coming this way, and it's one of those truly hidden gems that I'm glad that I now live and work in. So
how'd you find your place here? What led up to the moment that we're in now?
Yeah, so I was in St. Louis. I was in the Central West End, is where I was living, but I was serving at a church called St. Timothy's Episcopal Church in Creve Coeur. Had been serving there for not quite a year yet, knowing that my time there was only going to be a year. I was the curate, or what's basically, like you're the baby priest with not a lot of experience. I was fresh out of seminary. And so when I knew my year was going to be up, I had to start looking at, well, where am I going to go next, right? I couldn't stay where I was going to be, so what's the next step? And so I had to have, intentional discernment, conversations with God, praying on it, and, conversations with my wife, and really think of where we're going to go next. And one of the things that was brought up to me, or what I saw, was the Episcopal Parish of Alton. And I was like, well, Alton's not far away. That's kind of nice. I don't have to make a too drastic move. And so I applied and, went through the process of talking to the different committees at the church. And sure enough, they liked me enough to have me stick around for a while. And so here I am now. That's basically the quick summary of that. So.
What a great summary. Well, and what's it been like having Father Daniels here?
We've had so much fun. It's been, I see an excitement and enthusiasm in the people that, we have a new priest and he's got lots of good ideas. So we're trying a lot of different things with worship services and committees and such. And it's been a pleasure. That's all I can say. We're enjoying every bit of this.
Well, and it's really a unique situation because St. Paul's, of course, has this history to it, and it's such a historic church. And then the atmosphere that in the gravity it brings to the Riverbend region, for you to kind of go right into this and really just fit, hand in hand with the tried and true traditions of St. Paul's, that's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity in front of us.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, it's both exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. The building, I mean, St. Paul's alone, so there's St. Paul's and Trinity Chapel. Trinity Chapel's pretty small, but St. Paul's is quite large. And so as I walk through the building, I walk through the sanctuary or the education wing, I'm just, amazed and excited and energized at everything that is part of my care, under my care, all the people I have to care for. But it's also very nerve-wracking. It's very exciting, but also like, oh my gosh, like this is a lot of responsibility. You see the wall of all the priests and rectors that have come before you, and it's like, now it's me. And all these people have come before me, and am I going to continue the good tradition? Am I going to continue the good work here? Am I going to be the one who makes it or breaks it? Hopefully not, but it's been really good and exciting.
I wanted to ask you about that because that's a lot of, even though we're talking about it, we're a little bit, joyful today in studio and lively, it's still got to be a little bit nerve-wracking. What were some of those prayers? Maybe what were some of those conversations that you've had with yourself and, with the man upstairs about that opportunity? Because you hit it right on the head there.
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly applying and certainly going through the process for this church and knowing, even just a small bit of its history before coming here, it was intimidating, and even to a degree, I had been told by a colleague, I think they're looking for someone with a bit more experience. At this point, I had only, I only have a little over a year and a half of experience, and so. And knowing some of their history of some of the priests that they've had before, 2 of their rectors have become bishops of the church. So that in of itself is intimidating of like, there must have been such a great line of people who have come before me. How could I ever fill those shoes, or how could I ever get anywhere close? And so there's a lot of course, self-doubt and uncertainty, but taking a moment back and saying, okay, not my will be done, but God's will, right? Of constantly reminding myself that it's not my will, it's God's will. If this is what God really wants, if this is what God wishes for the Episcopal Parish of Alton, for me, for my wife, if this is the next step, then let it be, right? I had been looking at other parishes too. I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. So I was looking at Jackson, Mississippi. I was looking up more north of Illinois. I mean, I was looking at different opportunities, but nothing's, stuck out quite like Alton. And I kept feeling this push or pull towards Alton. And certainly so during those prayers, I have to, again, remind myself, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about me. What does God want? What does God want to use me for? What is, it's what is going to help build the mission or the kingdom of God. And so reminding myself that in prayers that, it's not all on me, helped me feel more confident or helped me feel more at ease in knowing, okay, maybe this is the place.
Yeah.
So.
Really cool. Man, I can see why he's been a great addition to the church, Miss Almonroeder.
Definitely.
And in your position, what's it like having somebody that's, younger like Father Daniels, but also it's not just an experience that has the notion and has that component going. There's a lot of importance here at this church, and acknowledges that. That's got to be a really unique fit for you in the whole church, but also a very good one for someone to come in and understand the importance of it, but also to have that young, fresh blood that is ready to really drive home that message.
We needed young, fresh blood, like you say, just to. We all are wanting to move and grow, and this is the way. I mean, we saw him and knew that he had what it takes to help us stay an important part of the Alton community and an Episcopal church, and just to keep our family together. It's been, it's been good to have somebody that's younger and vital and keep us moving that way too.
Did you know right away that he was going to be here for a little bit?
Well, I hoped he would.
Good answer.
I was not on the search committee, but once we were presented with his biography and heard the accolades that the committee was giving him, it was like, this guy sounds amazing. He's just what we need.
You guys have a moment to stick around? I got to pay a bill here real quick.
Yeah,
Okay?
absolutely. Yeah, go for it.
10:43. Now that we got everything ready to go here, and I'm telling you what, this whole fog I'm in is starting to go away here more and more. But we're talking to Father Daniels, and we're talking to Mimi Almonroeder, and we're going to learn more about St. Paul's Episcopal and why it could be the right landing spot for you and your family too. So why don't you take a break, get some coffee? We'll stay here. You stay there after a quick commercial break on RiverBender and on Roku TV.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Now that my confusion has gone away at 10:40. Welcome back. Daily show hitting you on a Wednesday as we continue our conversation with St. Paul's Episcopal Parish of Alton and just learning more about some of the services and ways that we can expand, maybe finding our next home. And Father Daniels, when are your services at St. Paul's?
Yeah, so the primary services that we have are, of course, on Sundays. The earliest one being at 8:15 a.m. That's at Trinity Chapel, which is the best way to describe Trinity Chapel is like a little wedding chapel. It's on 1901 State Street. But we have an 8:15 service there. There's music. Full liturgy, the same with a coffee hour afterwards where we get to hang out, have a little fellowship. And then the main service at St. Paul's is at 10:30, and that's, of course, on 10 East 3rd Street. And so kind of similar setup, same thing, where we have our service, music, everything, and then a coffee hour fellowship opportunity. But besides those 2 services, we really want to push and focus and say, that there should be multiple opportunities of worship, multiple opportunities to give God praise or to have that moment or time with God. So Monday through Thursday at St. Paul's at 9 a.m. we have morning prayer, which is a very simple little service, takes not even 30 minutes of reading scriptures and psalms and stuff like that, and just sitting with God in prayer at 9 o'clock Monday through Thursday. And then we also have in the Episcopal Church certain feast days, so major saints of the church, so Saint Matthew or Saint, certain events of the church. Like next Tuesday we're celebrating the Transfiguration of Jesus Christ, and so we'll do a special service then. And for those services, either, unless you follow the church calendar, which I'm guessing not many people do, you can find that information usually on our website or specifically on our Facebook page as well.
Well, and I also wanted to go back and touch real quick, if we could, about the fire that occurred in June 2020. And, whenever you have not just a kitchen fire, but a very major, blaze happen, what's it been like for the church overall the last couple of years, knowing that, from June 2020, when things were a little bit darker in the darkest, almost darkest of times for the history of the church, to where we're at now. Ms. Almonroeder, what is it like for you to know, hey, where we are 4 years ago, we're in a completely different landscape now? Am I onto something here?
Yes, we are so fortunate to have the building back in shape. It was very hard during that time because we were worshiping out in the garden. That was our only spot, or we did use Trinity Chapel as well. But people had already slipped away because of COVID, and as you said, dark times. So that was just almost a nail in the coffin right there. We did, it was hard. Yeah. So right now the church is in good shape, and people are happy about that. And
what do you credit that to?
Perseverance. We had a good group of people that worked to make sure that everything was put back together. A good restoration committee that got us back in the church.
Well, and honestly, I think that's just such a great testimonial because whenever things are always we always get pushed down to the ground and the back's up against the wall, and it always feels like, man, where else do we go from through with this afterwards? To know not even 4 years later, everything's getting back to normal. Plus, we got Father Daniels here, who is young and hungry, and he is ready to keep the church going. And I got to ask you, is there an opportunity for younger people, if they wanted to be a part of St. Paul's, to really be involved in it?
We're working on that. Yeah. Right now, that we have some youth, and they are involved, serving on the altar. One of the gals does there, and so we're looking to expand and have more younger people attending services.
Yeah.
So we have families that have younger children, and they're starting to show up and come back.
Well, and let me follow up with that and ask you this: what's your favorite part about being a part of the St. Paul's Episcopal here in Alton? And is it the services? Is it the atmosphere? Is it the people? For you, what's the reason that you're willing and ready anytime the phone rings?
I'm what they call a cradle Episcopalian, so I'm a lifetime member, and there are a few of us in the parish, and so I'm dedicated to staying and doing what I can to keep the church alive, and hopefully showing other people what it's like. I love that Episcopal Church is one that I can go anywhere, and if I step into an Episcopal church, I know the service, I know the music. There's that tradition, the rituals, everything. It makes me feel at home, and I don't feel like I'm a stranger in any Episcopal church, but especially ours, because there's so many of us that have grown very close, and we almost lost. And so we are even more committed to staying in the building and keeping together as a church family.
Really cool. And then Father Daniels, as we get back to our part of the conversation, what was your takeaway, the first service that you were able to be a part of the church? And is that message still ringing true today, from your first takeaway to the takeaway you have maybe 100 services from then?
Yeah. Well, for my first service, I remember being, in front of a bunch of people you don't know, especially. Some of them I had gotten to know through the committees that I met with and interviewing, but mostly people you don't know. There's a sense of being nervous, and again knowing and looking at the wall, because right before you walk into the main part of the church, there's the narthex, right where the front doors are, and there's a huge frame of all the priests that have served, all their photos. And I remember looking at that wall right before going in and being like, oh my gosh, like this is a little, again, a little scary.
Yeah.
But I also remember just being utterly amazed and thankful and blessed that this is the congregation that I get to serve along with. This is the congregation that I get to build the kingdom of God with. This is the congregation that I get to have those moments of joy, those moments of sorrow, the everything in between. And so I just remember being up at the altar and just feeling completely and utterly thankful and blessed that this is where I'm at. And every day, every Sunday, every time I walk into St. Paul's or Trinity, that same thought comes up to my mind of how thankful and blessed I am to be where I'm at, because I never would have thought in a million years, one, that I would ever be a priest, let alone be here in Alton and be at St. Paul's. So I feel very, very thankful.
I can see why you guys like him. What an answer! That was a great answer. Well, and I want to make sure people do know about this. If you guys go, and let me take you there now. I love doing this on this show here. Yeah. On the scene, we're going to go to the website.
Oh boy.
This is Episcopal-Alton.org. And then I wanted to take you to the community calendar that they have. This is an ICS, so you can actually utilize this and add it to your own Google Calendar. You could also print it, and it gives you just a couple of opportunities to maybe stop by, be a part of some of the studies, and you name it. But I also wanted to throw this out here because we always like to talk about ways that we can support the church and support the history that St. Paul's has here in the community with that donate option. And just wanted to make sure that we threw that out there too for our audience today, and just said, hey, if you had the time or maybe the opportunity, it's there for you at Episcopal-Alton.org. And as we're just kind of wrapping this conversation up, I think I really hope that more and more young people start getting back into the churches. And you know what? I don't care what church it is. Just get back to a church and really have that foundation. And Father Daniels, as a younger guy, I got to ask you, what foundation did being a part of the church really lay for you?
That's a really great question. Well, so I'll say there's a lot of assumptions when you're a priest and when you're wearing the collar that you must have the perfect life. Everything must have been perfectly fine growing up. You always were part of the church and you never saw anything bad about the world. But that certainly wasn't true. I had, good parents and I had a pretty good upbringing, but I faced my fair share of challenges and rough parts and the passionate with certain family and really a struggle with even my own relationship with my father. And so I at one point in time left the church altogether. Wow. I stopped, I think I still believed, but I just kind of felt defeated and given up by all the frustration and the pain that I was seeing within my own life and those that I loved and cared for. But eventually I found my way back. And a lot of that has to do with the foundation that the church provides, with the foundation that God provides as the source of comfort and love and sustainability and stability that you can't find anywhere else. Because that entire time I had walked away, there was always this void that I was trying to fill with pretty much everything and anything else. And nothing matched up to God. Nothing matched up to that constant stability that God gave for me. And knowing that, I might have given up on God, but God never for a second gave up on me. And that took me a long time to figure that out. And so for a lot of folks, I would say that, for the Episcopal Church especially, the rich tradition, the rich worship, the opportunity for deep study, for reasoning, for asking questions that were open for people asking all the questions you could ever, imagine, that this is an environment where we really want you to grow in your faith. And to do that, we want to give you as many opportunities and options and to give you, a worship of prayers that have been prayed for hundreds and hundreds of years. Those all combined together give a wonderful experience and picture of the Episcopal Church, of Christianity, of a deeper understanding of God. And it's wonderful. And so I encourage anyone, check us out once, twice. I mean, however often.
Three times
come
I'm
on by 3 times, it takes a chance, but we always encourage new visitors. We always encourage people coming to visit. And especially me, if you just want to come and talk or get a coffee, I'm always open to just sitting there. Let's talk theology. Let's talk about God. Let's just talk about life, whatever it is. So
really cool. Really cool. Father Daniels, it was great to talk with you. And then I got to get this right now that I botched the open of this. Hold on. Senior Warden Almonroeder.
Yeah.
Did I do it?
You did.
Oh, hell yeah. We're out of time today, and I did it on a good note. Oh, we're rocking and rolling, and we're going to link everything on a write-up on RiverBender.com, but go to Episcopal-Alton.org to follow along. Great talking to both of you today.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you for 2 hours. Until tomorrow, just try your best to stay out of jail.